It of the Horrid Swarm, Bane of Balagad, yep. Breaker of Armies, yep. Just coughing them all out. Spawn Sire of Ulamog, there you go. That's a Decimator of the Provinces. Trample is a real big issue.
Today on Commander Replay, we check out the mightiest of all the Cat Warriors with Jedit Ojanen as we go into battle for Afrava. Help support me and save 15% on singles by using the promo code REPLAY at mothershipaTX.com. Commander Replay t-shirts, available in orange and colors beside orange.
Welcome back, everyone. Playing some Jedit Ojanen aggro today. And today's deck list comes to us from Patreon supporter Ryan. Let's take a look at this opener. 4 lands Burnished Heart is a little land heavy, but we have this Recruiter of the Guard. Let's go see what's in this deck list. If we can get like a Stoneforge Mystic or something, that'd be kind of cool. No Stoneforge Mystic. We can get like a Solemn Simulacrum though. That seems fine. We'll keep this. Hope we draw into something useful along the way. So a little while back, Ryan messaged me and was like, hey, what should I submit for my deck of the month? And I'm like, Jedit Ojanen, duh. And he actually sent me a Jedit Ojanen deck list after that, which is pretty awesome. I've always wanted to play this commander. I get that it's a 7 mana do nothing, but
he is the mightiest of the Cat Warriors. Jedit Ojanen forsook the forests of his tribe, taking service with the Robaran mercenaries, rising through their ranks to lead them in the battle for Afrava.
You guys don't even know that was such a mouthful to read. Anyway, I'm excited to be playing this Jedit Ojanen deck. We kind of had a false start with the game already, got about 3 or 4 turns in, and then some lands got blown up. But here we are in a new game, and this one, you know, should be mid-power-ish. The cards in this deck are generally better than the commander, so we will be leaning on our 99 quite a bit, since our commander has no abilities. There's a Prairie Stream. I guess we play the Prairie Stream tapped, and we'll pass like that. So that's one thing that I've noticed is that if you actually try to read the flavor text on a lot of cards aloud, it's a nightmare. It's a situation of like, no one talks like that. And there's generally like run-on sentences and stuff, or at least like sentences that seem way too long. I don't read the flavor text on camera very often, but the couple times that I have, I'm like, oh god, what? Anyway, brings it back to our turn. Play the Sea of Clouds. Nothing to do on 2. We'll tap out and pass. Opponent got themselves a Conspiracy Theorist. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 1. If you do, discard, then draw. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards, you may exile them from your graveyard. If you do, you may cast it this turn. Pretty interesting. Interesting take on the looting. Blade of the Bloodchief. Fun card. Always want to run it and just never do. I was trying to get it into Ashling recently. The timing's a little awkward, but if for some reason someone starts sacking stuff before you blow up the Ashling, it can be exciting. Opponent's going to go on the attack over to Zombie. Sure. There's a Plarg, Dean of Chaos, another fun card. One that I've been meaning to experiment with a bit myself. Haven't gotten to it yet, but... Also, we draw an Elspeth Sun Champion on our turn. Good card to have around. Play the Command Tower, play the Burnished Heart. Zombie cracks their Myriad Landscape. There's a Clackbridge Troll coming in. It's going to give us 3 0-1s. Nice. At the beginning of combat on your turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If you do, tap the Clackbridge Troll and gain 3 life, draw a card. Yeah, we'll sack a goat. No one needs to be taking 8 just yet. Sean's going to go on the attack into Flintlock. We'll block with the 1-1. There's a Hearth and Home for Sean. Yeah, those are really good. Those are really good. Let us... We'll play the Arid Mesa, crack the Arid Mesa. We got a Mistveil Plains in here. We do not. We'll get the Glacial Floodplain and then crack the Burnished Heart. Blade of the Bloodchief gets a thing, but it's not equipped to a creature. We'll get 1 of each, and we'll pass like that. We're on Jedit Ojanen mana next turn. Yeah. Brood Monitor coming in for Zombie. Yeah. Got his first Eldrazi. Get some Scions with it, and those will be helpful for casting more Eldrazi. He's also going to equip the Blade of the Bloodchief. Yeah. Seems good. Tireless Provisioner coming in. Wayward Swordtooth for Flintlock. We'll take a look at their deck, by the way. They are piloting Jarad Golgari Lichlord, partnered with Umori the Collector, and it's all creatures. So they do need to get all of their abilities from creatures, which is why we see things like Clackbridge Troll for card draw, also just big and tramply. Wayward Swordtooth is ramp, essentially. So, yeah, should be a fun little deck. Told opponent he could have this attack if he didn't hit us. But it looks like Sean sacrificed his Plarg. Oh, spicy. Personally, I think Plarg is way too cool to feed to the Troll. I know 8 is a bit. It's a decent chunk of your life, but you know, one shot for 8 isn't the end of the world. I probably would have held on to my creature. He might have something planned, though. Like, if he's just going to wipe the board, then it doesn't really matter. But opponent's going to swing our way with the 2/2. Yep, they can loot. Didn't even equip the sword. How about that? Wonder if he forgot or if he's got something else going on. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Could be cool in Aurelia. Oh, it's only on one creature, though. If it was on every creature, that'd be pretty sweet. It is not. It is not. We'll take down to 37. Here comes the Sparring Regiment. Oh, right, they discarded it and they can play it from exile with the thing, so that's pretty cool. I see what they're up to. And they get to learn. Reveal a lesson card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. Oh, does that work in Commander? I don't know if that works in Commander. At least on Magic Online, anyway. I don't think it works. There's a Mystic Sanctuary. Could be handy at some point. Yeah, I think we cast our Commander. Play an island. Cast Jedit Ojanen. Roar. For some reason now we have a party count. I have no idea why we have a party count. That's weird. And he arrives. Cathar's Crusade for Zombie. That seems really good with Eldrazi Scions. Also good with his commander. Yeah. I see what he's up to. Setting the table. Moves the Blade of the Blood Chief over to this Scion. Sacrifices the other Scion to pump that one up to a 2/2. We could get Recruiter of the Guard and then use Solemn Simulacrum as a sack out. Then use the Clackblade Troll as a sack outlet to draw a card. It's not the worst thing I've heard of. What else can we get? If we're expecting our stuff to survive for a second, we could get Loyal Drake, which will get us some additional cards. I like that. Clackbridge Troll. Nope, not sacrificing. 2 going over to Zombie. It's gonna be a little bit of damage. He gonna feel that. That is a shot for 13. He goes down to 25. Ouch. Hopefully that stirs up the pot a little bit. Takes focus off us. I mean, I don't know if the focus is on us to begin with anyway. We're playing Jedit Ojanen, so... Then a bunch of good green creatures come down in Elder Gargaroth and Ronas. Might need to think about the Elspeth. See if Sean is interested in playing any removal. Extus coming in. Our final opponent, by the way, is Sean, piloting Extus, Auric Overlord, and Awaken the Blood Avatar on the backside. They cast it on the front side, which is 4 mana, 2/4, double strike, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Seems decent. The backside has a ton of words on it. It's 8 mana. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. Cost 2 less for each creature sacrificed this way. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Create a 3/6 black-red avatar creature token with haste. And whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. Yep, a lot of words. A lot of words right there. Brings us back to our turn. We draw a mountain. Probably could have used something a little more gas than that. Would kill the commander. Basically, that would survive. Our O1s would survive. That would survive. I think we got to play Elspeth. I just can't see the world in which we don't play Elspeth. We should attack first. We don't really have good attacks. Could poke Zombie, but he just took a giant shot. So, yeah, we'll just play Elspeth and blow everything up. Destroy all creatures, power 4 greater. Jedit Ojanen going down. Makes me sad. Blade of the... Oh my god, that Eldrazi is going to be huge. Well, the funny thing is he should be able to swing back at Flintlock. Pretty good. Yep, back to the command zone. Ronas is sadly indestructible, but we did get rid of Swordtooth, Elder Gargaroth, and the Clackbridge Troll, which is a lot of card draw and a lot of ramp that we'll no longer need to deal with. Play the island. We don't really have anything to do, but we'll pass like that. There's an Eldrazi Temple for Zombie. It is an Eldrazi deck. Here comes Hamza. Cathar's Crusade. Yeah, this thing's a 9/9. He doesn't attack. He's leaving damage on the table. At the very least, swing over here and make him block with the Provisioner. Here comes Jarad into play. They put Umori into their hand. They pass with no attacks. Ronas is a very good blocker. Here comes Robber of the Rich for Sean. I always wanted to use this one, and I just never really have. Just a lot of competition for things you need to be doing. I would say that, like, in a Boros deck, where you'd probably be using this, your 2 mana slots are better served by, let's say, like Remorseful Cleric, Selfless Spirit, Hushbringer even, Stoneforge Mystic. And now you can get better card draw at 4 mana with, like, Showdown of the Scalds, Ignite the Future, stuff like that, Wheel of Misfortune. So Robber of the Rich has lost a little bit of steam, I think, in terms of other card draw options being printed. Sean goes on the attack, puts a counter on the Conspiracy Theorist, and he's going to send... he's going to kill our Elspeth. Disappointing. Can't block. How much is this one? That one's 3. We'll just take. Elspeth down. There's a Signet. Let's play the Plains. See how much mana we have. We have 9, which is exactly enough to recast our commander. Let's do it. Next turn, Recruiter of the Guard. Try to find something that'll get us some card draw or some value. Land, Signet. Sit on Eerie Interlude, most likely. Pass like that. Mockery of Nature. ETBs destroy target artifact or enchantment. We don't have any of those. The sword is probably a pretty good target. Shoots the sword. Sword goes down. Cathar's Crusade. Yep. At some point soon, he's gonna be up to free casting. Needs a few more creatures to do it, but it's kind of scary. Deadeye Quartermaster can search for equipment, which seems like not a terrible idea. There's a Wall of Blood. Oh god, what's this for? There's some combo with this thing. Oh, you can pay a lot of life and then kill the table. He's gonna sacrifice it though. Not going for the combo kill. Reading the Room is what that's called. He says, yeah, that's not the game we're here to play. Probably gonna take it out of his deck after. Tireless Provisioner. Boros Signet. Mangara the Diplomat coming in. Oh, I think we have a Mangara in this deck. That's not a bad idea either. Really do need to get some card draw going. Mistveil Plains. Gets back. Puts the Hearth and Home back into their deck. I think we're going to get a Hearth and Home. I think we're also going to go for a Hearth and Home. Gives us some ability to get commander damage in our opponents, which seems like a thing that's going to need to happen. There's another land. We are flooding. Play an island. Play... Let's get the Signet first. Play the Recruiter. Mangara triggers. Use the ability. Got some choices. What do we got? Not that. Not that. Quartermaster searches for equipment, and that does seem pretty good. Not that. Not that yet. What's this one do? It's not the worst thing I've seen. Court Cartographer's Ramp. Loyal Drake. I think I'm going to go the Loyal Drake first, just because... Yeah, we can cast the Loyal Drake and then leave up Eerie Interlude mana. And at some point when we need to Eerie Interlude... No, there is no Mangara in this deck. Wait, is this tough? Oh, this is toughness. Cannot get Mangara. Mangara is right there, though. So yeah, we'll get the Loyal Drake just because of our mana usage right here. Cast the Loyal Drake. Not really any good attacks. We'll pass. We'll draw a card at our combat. That's fun. Crush Contraband. Probably going to be helpful at some point. And we'll pass like that. That's a Kozilek the Great Distortion. They're going to get to draw 3 cards. And then they've got a big menacey guy with the counterspell ability on it. That's a nasty one. See who brought the board wipe. And it's going to Cathar's Crusade everything. Zombie has assumed control of the board, I think. Doesn't have Trample yet. That's kind of the big one. People can still block, which is good. There's an Endless One, X4. Mangara. And that'll Cathar's Crusade and get bigger. Cathar's Crusade. No attacks. Yeah, he's got to be attacking. Gotta be attacking. Landfall, Tireless Provisioners. Yep. Umori the Collector. Crawl Harpooner. This one's interesting as I recall. Enters the battlefield. Choose one target creature with flying you don't control. The Harpooner gets +X/+0, where X is the number of... Oh yeah, and then it fights the flyer. I'd prefer that our Loyal Drake stayed alive. Chose something else. What did he choose? Very confused about what happened. I don't see any other flyers. I have no idea what he chose. Yeah, it's fine. Sacrifices a creature to Jarad. Oh, I see, yeah. I see what he's doing. We're all going to lose a bunch of life. We go down to 26. Zombies at 17. Not an enchantment, sadly, otherwise we could hit it with this thing. Adeline coming in for opponent. Sean's going to do some attacking. Triggers Conspiracy Theorist, Adeline, and the Sparring Regiment. There's a bunch of 1/1s coming in from the Adeline. Gonna pump the Mangara with the Sparring Regiment. There's some Death Touch over here, though, so they can easily kill one. That's also an 8/8, so probably kill another. I wonder if he's got the board wipe. Actually feels like a board wipe. He cast Adeline first, though. He wouldn't cast Adeline first if you're going to wipe the board. We'll block the 1/1. Zombie blocks the 1/1. Oh, we got to be careful that, like, he could theoretically counter our Eerie Interlude, and that would not be great. So we would like to see his card count go down and have less available options to counter our stuff. Oh, Boros Charm. Okay, I see what he's up to. I don't know if he's going to get all that much done. I mean, I guess he can loot with this thing, get a little more card advantage. Maybe Robber of the Rich gets a little more. No, he's down to 1 card, so nothing there, but... Yep, everything bounces off each other. Signet. That's a sort of Feast and Famine. Those are pretty good. Flintlock seems to be open. Play a Plains. Play a Feast and Famine. Equip the Feast and Famine. Go to combat. Draw a card. Come on, something good. We need things to do. Selfless Spirit is fine. Not game-changing for us, necessarily. Yep, send it into the green deck. Even if the rest of this game doesn't go the right way, at least we've got a hit-in with Jedit Ojanen. Can be happy about that with the Feast and Famine. Yeah, nothing to do with that mana, really. Pretty disappointing. Play the Selfless Spirit. There's a Mangara trigger. I don't even have a spell for Mystic Sanctuary. I know we could get this back eventually, and we may need to do that, but I'm trying to hold this for the board wipe. Maybe this turn cycle we use it just because we know we have the Mystic Sanctuary, and we can kind of get something going with that. What else are we doing? Oh, we're going to move the sword over to the Loyal Drake. And we'll pass like that. It of the Horrid Swarm. This one makes insect tokens. It's going to trigger... Ooh, that's going to trigger the Cathar's Crusade. I wanted to get through this combat first before we blow up the Cathar's Crusade, because he might come our direction if we do that. Though, on the other hand, here's Cathar's Crusade again. His board is very large. Bane of Bala Ged, yep, that one is also good. Mangara trigger. Cathar's Crusade again. Breaker of Armies, yep. Just coughing them all out. Spawnsire of Ulamog, there you go. He is soft to the board wipe, though. I don't know what he has in his hand for counterspell stuff, but he's kind of just laid everything out there, and... Oh, that's a doubling season. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to shoot some of that stuff over the next turn or two here. That's a Decimator of the Provinces. Trample is a real big issue. Definitely going to need to be a board wipe. Cathar's Crusade. These will double. Luckily, only a few of them are eligible attackers. The Trample's what's going to make this hurt, though. Yeah, we got a 1919 coming our way. And the other one over to Sean. We'll survive, but it's going to hurt. Oh, the 9-9 over to Sean. Mangara triggers. Sadly, with the Trample, blocking and then blinking doesn't really help us at all. Any green ones coming our way? This one's green. We can block a little bit of that one. A problem we could have is if he gets real busy with this Jarad right here. He's going to block one. He's going to use Ronas to block the Kozilek. I can get down with that because that'll kill the Kozilek and get rid of the counterspell play. Opponent's going to throw their Mangara in front. Our turn to block. We can block this Hamza. It's got pro-green. What else is coming our way? Just the Hamza. That is commander damage, so we're going to want to throw these tokens in front also. Yeah, he's... There's a Jarad trigger. I don't think we're going to survive. Maybe we should have shot the Cathar's Crusade. Problem is, if we do that, then he probably attacks us, right? And that's what we were trying to avoid. Sacrifice another creature. Okay. He goes down. We're at 10. Blade of the Blood Chief continues to trigger. See what Sean's got. Kozilek goes down, and that's the big thing. So at least he doesn't have counterspell backup. He is soft to a board wipe, right? You just clean this up, and he only has one card in hand, and then life is good. The good thing, too, is that they won't have Trample this turn, so we can actually kind of... I mean, he's got a lot of creatures, which... Oh, that's a void. What number is he choosing? Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and with... Well, let's go through it. 10, 10. That's an 8. That's a 7. 0, 0. 8. That'd be 0. 9. 6. 0. I think we're fine. I don't think this is gonna... I think it's either 8, 10, or 0 are the ones you're looking at. Void is one you don't see. I did play Standard around Time Spiral when that came out, or when that was reprinted, and it's an interesting card. It was really good against the Revel Arc deck, because that deck was full of 5-drops. Zombie reveals their hand. It's put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. All right, that's his last card. The chosen number is 8, so we're fine. Gets the It of the Horrid Swarm, the Breaker of Army, and the Breaker of Armies. It's all right. It's all right. Doesn't solve the issue necessarily. What else can we get? Creatures are good just because, yeah, we need blockers. More Blade of the Blood Chief triggers. Here comes Awaken the Blood Avatar. Cost 2 less for each creature sacrificed away. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Create a 3/6 black and red avatar with haste. Tax does 3 damage to each opponent. We don't really want to sacrifice, so yeah, now's a good time to Eerie Interlude, I guess. Do not send to the command zone. And then we'll crush Contraband, get the Blade of the Blood Chief, and the Cathar's Crusade. Those go down. He sacrifices the token. Does get the 3/6 Blood Avatar. I don't know that it's worth attacks right here. It might be worth trying to hold up the blockers. Sean could technically kill us, but I don't think he wants that. That's got 42 power. It's not scary at all. There's an Annihilator in that one. That's Annihilator 1. This one exiles 2 permanents. Yeah, it's not great. Do need to find some removal. We have a Cleansing Nova, Austere Command. Settle the Wreckage would be helpful. The Fairies would buy us a turn. And there's a couple big draw spells like Sphinxes, Time Twister, and Windfall. Also, Cyclonic Rift would be very helpful. So we've got 5 or 6 things we could draw into that might help us. He's going to send everything into Zombie. I'm curious to see what he has, because these attacks aren't currently profitable. There's a 9-9, a 12-10, and a 10-14. We do go down to 7 off the Blood Avatar. Not great. Could use that Sphinx's Rev. We do take 1. Going down to 6. Oh, I wonder if we can actually take out Zombie after this attack. His life might be low enough. We've got a couple flyers. Ooh, we've got flyers. Yeah, he goes down to 8. Okay. So, costly attack from Sean. Our stuff's going to come back at the end step. Yeah, then we can get another sword and we have enough in the air. Okay. Use the Recruiter ability. Get the Deadeye Quartermaster. Another Plains. Didn't need that. Play the Plains. Play the Quartermaster. Use the ability. What do we got? Bloodforged Battle Axe, Swiftfoot Boots, Sword of Hearth and Home, and Sword of the Animist. Think it's going to be the Sword of Hearth and Home. Cast the Sword of Hearth and Home. Equip a Sword of Hearth and Home. Feast and Famine, also on the Loyal Drake. We could have played the Mystic Sanctuary this turn. I don't know that we need to yet. Yeah, we've got 8 in the air. Oh, if this even works. Draw a card. Sword of the Animist. Send into Zombie, send into Zombie. Zombie goes down, Hearth and Home trigger. We'll blink the Recruiter. Huh? The other equipments weren't terribly exciting to me. Get a land. Recruiter trigger. Yeah, I think we want the Guafa in case they make the Avatar thingy again. I think that's where we want to be. Cast Guafa. Cast the sword. Equip the sword. Equip another sword. Move this sword. And pass like that. And with our current board state, we're actually safe from a board wipe unless it's like Exile or something. Toxic Deluge. Yeah, here's another Awaken the Blood Avatar. Sacrifice the Recruiter, I guess. The Recruiter. Bruce Tarl is a magic card. Gonna double strike the Blood Avatar. Yep. We have Pro Black right here, which should take care of us real nice. Ooh, that's damage, so he's gonna gain some life back. Okay. Still in it. He's still in it. Put a counter on the thing. We go down to 3. He's going to put a counter on the Robber. That is double strike. I don't think we want to mess with that. So, block the Robber and then block the Blood Avatar right here. We are at 3. The Robber goes down. Please draw not a land. For the love of God. Ugh. Homeward Path, really? We've drawn so many lands this game. Turn 11, I don't think we've missed a land drop. Play the Mystic Sanctuary. Get back the Eerie Interlude. How much damage do we have? We've got 8 there. We could make that 10. And then we could put them to 1. We could send everything. That's a little risky, though. It's a little risky. We could theoretically blink an attacker. And then... yeah, let's put the sword over here. Oh, can't attack or block. Perfect. I think I've... wait. That'd be 10. Yeah, there we go. So as long as they don't have a swords or a path, I think we're good. Loyal Drake. Eerie Interlude comes back. Send him. Sword of the Animist. Pray for no blowouts. Plains. Down he goes. And we just killed 2 players with Jedit Ojanen. That is very silly. Now, we were not in control of the game at all. The Eldrazi deck was kind of running away with it. Wow, just the lands keep coming. So many lands. Where's the card draw? There's a Time Twister, is about 6 cards away. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have 2 new Patreon supporters in Netherion and Frank Ogden. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel, vote on which decks I play next, or get some good games of Spell Table, be sure to check out my Patreon at the link below.